Hi, my name is Mark. Today I would like to tell you more about a game called Halo Pact. It's a game I have received from Studio Midhall, and this is a prototype copy because the game will be on Kickstarter at the end of April 2025. And Halo Pact is a game set in the same universe as Beast. Beast is the previous game from this publisher, and now they want to expand the world, the universe created in Beast, and add more games to the universe. And Halo Pact is at least the prototype that I have is for 3 players. The final game will be from 1 to 4 players, if I'm not mistaken. And in this prototype, 2 players play as scoundrels who want to steal a mysterious object from the city. But there is a beast in the city, and the beast doesn't want this object to be stolen and wants to retrieve it. So it already sounds very cool and interesting. If you want to see how the game looks exactly in details, you can watch the unboxing video that is already on my channel here on YouTube, because today I want to focus on the game itself and I will not show you all the components. And believe me, all the components are beautiful, the artwork, the miniatures, so please watch the unboxing if you're curious how the prototype looks like. And now let me tell you how the game plays, what the game is about, and then I will tell you what I like and what I don't like about this prototype. This is how Halo Pact looks like during the game when you play it. Please remember, again, I have to say it, that this is a prototype copy, and in a way this is a demo version of the game because it doesn't contain all the content that you will find in the final edition of the game. Also, the components, the quality, everything may change in the final edition of the game, but I think that the general idea will stay as it is, and by watching this video you will have an idea how to play this game and what the game is about. And this game is about, you can say, stealing an artifact from the city by scoundrels. So scoundrels, they want to steal this artifact and they want to escape, and Beast wants to reclaim the cargo, reclaim the artifact, and this is the goal of the game. This game is asymmetrical, and I mean that scoundrels, they have different set of actions, and they, as you have already heard, they have different goal. The beast also plays differently and has got a unique goal. There are some cards in this game that can be used by both sides, but there are also cards dedicated especially to scoundrels and dedicated to the beast. This is the city, what you see here in the middle. And the city is created from different types of tiles. Basically, you have 3, you can say, layers. You have the village, you have inner city, and you have outskirts. There is one more row of tiles that you cannot see, it didn't fit in the frame. The 4th one, and this is escape route. And there are, just like you have always 3 columns, you have 3 different escape routes. One of them is visible from the beginning of the game, 2 are hidden and you have to discover them, and there are 3 ways to escape the city, but each scoundrel has got a preferred escape route that he or she needs to use when if you want to escape from the beast with the artifact. Those tiles are placed randomly, so they have different locations, different icons, like you have mist and bridges and some special places like landmarks. The terrain type of different hexes is important when you will try to get specific remnant cards, but thanks to the random layout of all those tiles and routes and locations, each time you will play the game, the map will look a little different. Each part of the city has got a specific schematics. In this demo version, I have basically 1 schematic for each type of for each part of the city, but in the final game you will have more of them. And each time you reveal a new section of the city, you will also reveal a corresponding schematic. And schematics are like, you can say, specific goals and setup instructions for each district of the city. Because, for example, in the village, the lower part of the city, we have the lost keys. And this tells you how to set up some specific, where to place scoundrels, where to place some specific tokens. But also it tells you, for example, that there is a gate. It's already open because I have played this game a little more to show you how it looks like during the game. But basically at the start of the game, all the roads from the village are closed with those gates. And this setup card tells you to place 2 keys in 2 of the 3 lower districts, and you have to reclaim those keys. And then if you have them, you can open the gate. Then when you go to the inner city, you have to reveal the inner city schematics. And again, we have some closed gates, but this time you have to find explosives, and you have to use a cart and load it with explosives and push it into the gate. At the same time, there is also a fire that spreads across the city, and you have to be hurry because the fire can damage scoundrels. And everything I'm selling right now are the rules basically for the scoundrels, because they have to escape, and the goal of the beast is to stab them and to make their life miserable, to maybe kill them and to reclaim the artifact. So you have different schematics for each part of the city that are also randomly placed, so there is quite a lot of, you can say, randomness in the setup of the game, which is quite cool, because each time you will have some different goals and different ways to escape the city. So we have the board. This demo version is dedicated for a 3-player game where you have 2 scoundrels and they are playing against 1 beast. In the final game there will be like more variety. It will include solo mode. I don't have the solo mode yet, it's not ready yet, and it will be playable from 1 to 4 players. This demo is specifically designed for a 3-player game. This is the player board, at least the one for someone who's playing the scoundrel. In the demo version we have Askel and we have Olga. And on this player board you have a few things that are quite important. The beast has, I will talk you about the beast a little later, because it's got some elements similar but some are different. Basically, each scoundrel has got health points. If you lose all the health, then you will die. You have your sanity threshold, and if you gain stress tokens, enough stress tokens than the number or more, then you have to flip this board to the other side, and this is your insane side. On the insane, if you are insane, basically your actions work a little different, because here are your abilities and you have different abilities here. But also if you gain even more stress, like here if you have 8 or more stress, you will die. So you can basically die because you got too many wounds, or you can die if you get too much stress. But if you lose some stress, you will go back to sanity and you will flip it again. By sanity and stress, I mean this back, and when the game says that you need to gain stress, you will take one of the tokens from this back. Sometimes it's 0, sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 1. So if the numbers are equal, the number of tokens you gathered on your player board are equal to the sanity number here, you have to flip your board. Here you have, as I said, different abilities that you can use, that you can perform during your turn. Apart from this, you will gain 3 stamina tokens, and you will use stamina to activate those actions here, those abilities, but also to play cards. I will show cards in a second. So each time you have to spend your stamina, you will move this token to the right, and of course if you have 0, you have no more stamina, but the stamina will replenish at the end of the round. You can also get some temporary stamina sometimes. Those are the yellow tokens. So you have your abilities, you have your stamina, You also have your, like there are spirits. Spirit tokens are the currency that you also need to spend during the game to trigger different abilities or deed cards, action cards. Because, for example, here you have your abilities, and this one mark here means that this ability costs 1 stamina. This one costs 2 stamina. This one is for free, you don't pay stamina. Important thing is that you can trigger each ability only once per turn. But these icons here, they don't have this white mark. And this means that you have to spend 2 spirit to use this ability. So you will gain spirit during the game, and you will have to spend spirit on some abilities or on cards. You can also spend spirit tokens on, let me put it back here, on the rituals, because in the game you have 4 rituals and they allow you to perform different bonus actions. They are called Void, Wrath, Vigor and Warp, and in your turn you can place your spirit tokens on those rituals. And at the start of each player's turn, if you have more tokens, spirit tokens than other players, you can trigger this special ritual. The action on the top is the action for a scoundrel. If scoundrel triggers the ritual, the action on the bottom is the ritual action for the beast, if beast manage to place enough spirit tokens, because beast also uses spirit tokens to play some cards, perform some actions, but also to trigger those for rituals. As a scoundrel, you will also have some cards, and basically there are 3 types of cards in this game. There are deed cards, and deeds are cards like this. You can say that they are action cards, and anytime during your turn you can spend those cards to perform the action written on the card. They also have a cost, just like your abilities on your player board. This is, for example, 0, and this is 1 stamina. And they have 2 text areas. The one in white background is the action that can be performed by a scoundrel. The second one is the action that can be performed by the beast, because deeds are used both by scoundrels and by a beast. Scoundrels can also use remnant cards, and those are special cards that you can get during the game if you use a scavenge. As your scavenger action, and you can get those cards, and those remnant cards are cards that can be only used by scoundrels. So you will also have the action cards, and you can play them during your turn by spending stamina or by spending spirit tokens to perform additional actions. But I think most important thing that each scoundrel has got is the cargo. This is the box that contains the artifact that you have to steal from the city. At the start of the game, at least of this prototype that I have, there are 2 crates, and each crate contains an artifact, a fake one and a real one. And at the setup of the game, the beast has to shuffle those artifacts and has to place them inside those crates, and then randomly each player draws one of those crates. So basically, neither the beast or the players, they know who possesses the real artifact and who's got the fake one. There are options in the game to check. You can, when you perform a rest action, you can check which artifact you have. But basically, if you are a scoundrel, you want to have the real one, and you want to escape with the real one. Because this game is not really a cooperative game. The scoundrels, they may cooperate with each other, because sometimes when you have to find keys in the city to escape further, or if you have to find explosives to open the gate, maybe working together is efficient for both scoundrels, but basically only one person can truly win the game. The beast can win if beast reclaims the artifact, and the scoundrels, one of the scoundrels can win if escapes with the cargo. And this is how those artifacts looks like. This is really cool. You can probably guess which artifact is the fake one and which one is the real one. So this is a really cool mechanic. During the game, you will be able to exchange cargo with other scoundrel, and you may exchange, but you can also lie that you want to exchange. So this is like a lot of bluffing in this game as well. But basically, this is the cargo that you want to steal. Let me go back to the winning and losing conditions, because when you play the game, you have this pact. There will be probably more pacts in the final game, and this pact board tells you what can be the outcomes of the game. Legendary outcome, legendary feat is when a scoundrel escapes with a cargo. Bitter survival, when a scoundrel escapes without the cargo. So it means that some other scoundrel escapes with the cargo and you know you have the fake one, but you still manage to escape. Defeat, you have died or the beast have reclaimed the cargo. And for the beast, the outcomes are, if you have reclaimed the cargo, you have legendary revenge. Bitter aftermath is that the cargo has escaped, but you have defeated the second scoundrel, and the beast is defeated if all scoundrels have escaped. There's also a way, Dark Pact, and this is quite a cool feature, that a beast can place a curse on the scoundrel, and some curses, they have this option where the beast can, the scoundrel can team up with the beast, and if the scoundrel performs the action of the Dark Pact curse, then both the scoundrel and the beast wins. So there are a lot of ways to end the game, with some legendary ending or bitter ending or defeat or even a Dark Pact. So this is quite cool. But now let me go back to the player board and let me tell you a little about the beast. So this is the beast board that looks a little similar to scoundrel board, but the beast doesn't have health value because the beast cannot be defeated. The beast doesn't gain any stress because, you know, this is a huge beast. It looks like this. This is a huge Urgur, beast of the pale. You can see it's not really stressed. It cannot lose health. It doesn't get the insane side of the board. But the beast will also use stamina. It starts with 4, so 1 more than the scoundrels. The beast will also use spirit tokens to trigger the rituals or to perform some actions. Those are the abilities for the beast. But the beast also has got upgrades, and the beast can spend spirit tokens to unlock different upgrades that will be unlocked for the rest of the game. So you can also, as a beast, spend spirit not only on rituals and abilities, but also on upgrades on your player board. Each beast has got a preferred terrain type, and it matters when you sometimes perform a specific action or if you perform action from a card. As I said earlier, the beast will also use the deed cards, and if you play the beast, you will perform the bottom action, the one with the black background. This is the action for the beast. The beast can, of course, attack scoundrels, and each time you attack a scoundrel, you deal 1 wound, and if you defeat a scoundrel, then the scoundrel dies. If you deal enough wound that the health value of a scoundrel, and if the scoundrel is carrying the real where are the artifacts? I have lost the artifact. Oh, it's here. Okay, let me take it out. If you defeat, as a beast, defeat the scoundrel with the real artifact, the artifact will be placed in the defeated scoundrel location. If there is the second scoundrel in the same location where the first one was defeated, the second scoundrel reclaims the cargo. But if there is no one else in the location and you are as the beast, you will reclaim the cargo and you will win the game. So you have the deeds, but you have also the curses that I told you about. and there is this deck of curses that you can get during the game and you can play. And just like Scoundrels, they had the remnant cards that only Scoundrels could use, you as a beast, you have this curse cards that you can only use. And the cool thing is that when you place a curse, you will give the curse to a Scoundrel. One Scoundrel can have maximum 2 curse cards at the same time, and those cards can be removed. For example, here, dispel another Scoundrel discards 4 spirits, or give 2 deeds from your hand to the beast, or discard 1 spirit to give this to another Scoundrel. So a lot of the curses can be removed by the Scoundrel by doing the action that is on the bottom. But as I said earlier, some cards have this Dark Pact. And for example, this card says if another Scoundrel dies by stress while you are carrying the cargo, the real cargo, you and the beast win. So, for example, if you are a Scoundrel and you've got this curse, you don't have to escape the city, but you can make the other Scoundrel die out of stress. If you do, you will win the game and the beast will win the game, because thanks to this Dark Pact, you have teamed up with the beast and you both have won. So those are the curses that only beast can use. There are a lot of remnant cards that the Scoundrels can use, and there are the different deed cards, deeds that both factions, you can say, can use. There's also one more thing that I didn't tell you about, and those are goals. At the start of the game, each Scoundrel gets 2 objective cards, and those are the objectives that a Scoundrel needs to complete in order to win the game. So you don't only have to escape the game, but you also have to complete those objectives during the game. And those objectives are also quite interesting, because they have the sane objective and insane objective. And depending on which side your player board is, you can complete either the sane objective or insane objective. If you complete one of those objectives, they are hidden from other players, but if you complete one of them, you will flip it and it's considered objective. You will get a reward for completing an objective. Also, each objective has got a number in the upper left corner, and this means that they have this icon with different escape routes, the escape tiles that are placed on the top of the city. So the higher the number, this is your preferred escape route. So this means that if you have this icon here, you will have to escape through the tunnels. Because it's free, it's more than 2. So the Scoundrels, they have those objective cards that they need to complete in order to win the game. The beast has also got an objective card, but the beast doesn't have to complete the objective. The beast can complete the objective to get the reward written here, but this is just like a bonus objective card for the beast. And the objective cards for each Scoundrels are necessary to complete in order to win the game. So you know about the game, the Scoundrels, you know all about the beast, about the city. So how the game plays, I already told you a little about it. At the start of each turn, first the player whose turn it is needs to check if the player has got more spirits on rituals than other players. If it has, you can trigger the ritual if other players have spirits on the ritual as well. Each of the other players will reclaim one of the spirits they have on this card. Then the player with most spirits can use the ritual, and all spirits tokens will be removed from the ritual, but the ritual can be triggered in the future rounds. So first you will check all the rituals here, then you will perform your turn, you will spend spirits, you will spend stamina to perform abilities from your player board, you will use the deeds cards, you will move around the board, you will try to complete the objectives from the schematics in order to escape the city. You will move from location to location. You will have different actions that you can perform. You will be able to scavenge to reclaim remnant cards. You will be able to trigger, let me show you. Let me take one of the tiles. some special landmarks, and here are some roads between different hexes. This is, for example, a mist, and if you are a scoundrel and you move through a mist, you will get 1 stress, but if you sneak through a mist, nothing happens. You have bridges, and if you cross a bridge, normally the bridge will collapse and you will place this token, and this means that no one can cross this bridge anymore. But if you sneak through a bridge, you will not destroy the bridge. When the beast moves around the map, beast needs to spend 1 spirit to move through a mist location. If a beast crosses the bridge is destroyed, because the beast is quite huge and it cannot really sneak through a bridge. So there are a lot of things that you can do. All those action depends on the card and on your abilities. And at the end of your turn, if you have some cards in your hand, you can choose one of those cards and you can plead this card. So basically it means that you can discard it to get spirit tokens, and the number of spirit tokens you get is written on the card. Here is 2, 2, 2, and 2, but it's not always 2, like here is 1, sometimes it's 3. So basically, when it's end of your turn, you can discard one of the cards in your hand to gain spirit. Then you will regain all your stamina. Then you will have to check some effects that are triggered at the end of the turn, like for example fire. If you are standing in a location with fire, you will get 1 wound, and then basically your turn ends. And if you are a beast, it works more or less the same. You will check the rituals, then you will perform different actions, then you can discard 1 card to get spirits, and basically that's it. Each player, no matter if you play beast or scoundrel, if you have some unused stamina at the end of your turn, you can exchange the unused stamina for spirit. And the gameplay, as long as either the beast wins or the scoundrels wins, as I said, there are many ways to win the game. And this is basically how you play the prototype of Halo Pact. The final game will probably have more scoundrels with more abilities. You will have different beasts with different abilities. Of course, you will have more schematics and probably even more tiles to randomize the setup. But the general idea is like this. As for the solo mode, I have read some information online, and I remember that in the solo mode, you will probably play as scoundrels, so you will play against a beast, and the beast will be operated by a bot, but according to designers, it shouldn't be too complicated or too complex. The beast probably will use maybe a deck of cards to perform different actions, but you as a scoundrel, you will have to escape the city. But I'm not entirely sure. The game will be crowdfunded, and probably more information will be available during the crowdfunding campaign. So that's it, and let me tell you what I think about Halo Pact. Now, when you have an idea how the game plays and what the game is about, I will tell you about the things that I like and the things that you or someone may not like. Again, this is a prototype copy, so my judgment and my opinion is based on this prototype that I have here. If the final edition of the game will be a little different, or some of the pros and cons that I will tell you in a second will not be valid anymore for the final edition, then sorry, but what I'm saying is based on this prototype. So what I like about this game, what you may like about this game, first, I think the gameplay and how the game plays and what the game is about is quite unique, and this is really cool. This is one of those games where, after reading rulebook, I thought, wow, this is quite original and quite unique, because I play a lot of games because I'm reviewing games, and I have this my YouTube channel, and I have other social media profiles, so I play a lot of games. And most of the games I play, when I read the rulebook, I say, okay, I've seen this element in that game and the other element in another game, but this game is quite unique and interesting, and I was really intrigued by after reading the rulebook. because this is something quite interesting. But you have the scoundrels and they want to run away. There are those eggs and they are placed inside those cargoes, and the players don't know who's carrying which cargo, and you have to run away from the city. The beast is trying to stop the scoundrels. This is quite interesting. Another thing that I really like is the asymmetry between players and characters. Of course, Beast plays differently because Beast has got different goals, different player board. Beast doesn't gain stress and doesn't lose health. But even the scoundrels, they play different. They have different sanity threshold. They have different abilities on their boards. So this is cool. This is a symmetrical game, and this is really fun because each character, no matter if you play as Beast or Scoundrels, feels a little different, and this is really nice. The rules in this game are very intuitive. There are quite a lot of rules. The rulebook has got 30 pages, the prototype rulebook that I have. And after seeing it, I thought, okay, there are quite a lot of rules, but it's really well written. There are a lot of explanations, and to be honest, after reading the rulebook, I didn't have any doubt how to play this game. And when I played with new players and I explained the game to them, after my explanation, they didn't ask me any questions during the gameplay. So this game is really, really intuitive, and this is cool. Not the complex rules. There are a lot of cards, a lot of actions and abilities and possibilities in the game, but the basic rules are not that complicated. Another thing is that I really like the options for this game that you have to win and to lose, because the outcomes in this game, they are different. There's not only one player winning and one losing, because you can have this legendary outcome where you are victorious when you have stolen the object from the game, the cargo. But if you are the second player that didn't steal the cargo, you can still win. This is not the best victory, this is like the mediocre victory, but you can still win if you survive. If you are a beast, you can reclaim the cargo, and you will have a legendary, revenge. It's called legendary revenge, but you can have a bitter aftermath if you defeat the second scoundrel after the first one escaped. There is this dark pact option when one scoundrel can team up with the beast and they can win together. This is really interesting and cool, and this is just one of the pacts. I believe in the final game there will be more that maybe give you more options to win and lose. This is interesting, unique, and fun to play. I like that the fact that your player board has got the sane and insane side. So the more stress you get, the more insane you become, and at some point you will flip the player board to the other side, and you will have different abilities, different options, more powerful, but at the same time, if you gain even more stress, then you may die and you became insane. And this is cool mechanic. This is mechanic, I think you can say, taken a little from Cthulhu Death May Die. In Cthulhu Death May Die, during the game you became more and more insane, but the insanity gave you more powers and more options and more abilities. So the more insane you were, the closer you were to losing the game, but at the same time you were more powerful. And I love this mechanic in Cthulhu Death May Die, and I really love the mechanic here in this game. This is not a typical cooperative game, it's a semi-cooperative game, and I think for a lot of people this can be a pro, because many times when I publish a review or preview of a game that is a 100% cooperative game, I got some comments, another cooperative game, okay, nice adventure game, but it's still cooperative. And I think people have enough of the true cooperative games. And recently I played Blasphemous from Ludus Magnus, and this was a competitive game, and people said, wow, at least something fresh, it's not a cooperative game. So if you are tired with cooperative adventure games, this is a game for you, because this is a semi-cooperative game. You have to work together with other scoundrel, because otherwise you will not have a chance to escape from the city, but only one person can truly win, and you can backstab your co-player, and you want to be the one that is truly victorious. So if you like competitive games or semi-cooperative games, this one is a game for you. I really love the theme of this game, the universe created, the artwork. I liked it already in Beast, and when I played Beast, I thought, okay, they have this nice idea for all the monsters or the lore in this game, the world they created, and I really like that they continue and they want to expand this universe created for Beast, because this is really fun. It's fun to read the story, to read the rulebook, and it's a dark fantasy theme. It's really interesting, engaging, and I would love to see more games from the Beast universe. And the artwork and production quality and components and miniatures, they are already amazing, even though this is just a prototype. So I am 100% sure that the final version of this game will look even better. You will have more beasts, more nice components. Great. Each card is unique. Each card has got a unique artwork, and the artwork is amazing. Again, as I said, if you want to see all the cards and components and boards in details, please watch my unboxing video. But I love the artwork. And what are the things that I like less about this game and that you may not like? First, I think that this is a game that it's difficult to introduce new players. And I mean by that if you play this game more, you become better and better. If you play more as a beast, you will know the decks, you will know the cards, you will have an idea what you will find in the decks and in the cards, you will know your abilities. And if you play with new players, they will not stand a chance, probably. And even if you play as scoundrels, if one scoundrel is like someone who played this game a few times and the second scoundrel is a new player, the first scoundrel will trick the new player, because the more advanced player will also know what to expect from the beasts, from the curses, from the deeds, and from the remnant cards, and you will have an idea what to expect in this game. But this is probably a problem with most asymmetrical games. The players who play more have a bigger chance to win with the players who are like newbies to the game. So this may be a con. If you have a group, a constant group or constant people that you play with, this is not a problem, because you all will get to know the game, you will play better and better, and all players will have the same chance. But if you play with new players, they will not. You will have fun, for example, as the beast, but they will lose very quickly. At least this is my opinion. Another thing is that in this game you can be eliminated if you play as a scoundrel, at least in the prototype here. So if you're unlucky and the beast managed to kill you, you will die in the, let's say, first half of the game, and after that you will not have anything to do. You can read a book or make a coffee and watch the game. And this is a possible outcome. Of course, if the beast kills you and reclaims the cargo, the game ends immediately. But if the beast kills you and you have this fake cargo, the other player can still run away and the game will continue and you will be out of the game. So if you don't like games like Nemesis, for example, where you can be eliminated during the game, this game may not be the game for you. The next thing is that I have a feeling, at least after playing the prototype, that it's easier to win when you play as a beast. Maybe because playing as a beast doesn't require that much skill, I would say, because the beast cannot die. The beast has means and abilities and actions that allows you to make a scoundrel's life more miserable. You can play curses on scoundrels, you can deal wounds to scoundrels, you can give them stress from your abilities. But to be honest, the scoundrels, because they compete with each other in a way, they can damage themselves. If they are unlucky, they will get wounds from fire, or they will get more stress from the game itself. So probably if the beast, I don't know, maybe not if the beast does nothing, but if the players who plays the beast doesn't play very efficient, the player can still win. But if you play as scoundrels, you really have to optimize everything and you have to be very, careful and plan everything. So for me, playing the beast is easier, and it's easier to win as a beast. But maybe this is the type of game that after 5, 10, 15 plays, where all players will know the game better and will know the decks better, and they will know what to expect from the game, the balance is like maybe 50-50. But I don't know. For now, it feels like playing as the beast is more fun and it's more easier to win. And next thing, which was a pro, but this is not a typical cooperative game. For some people, maybe a con, because I know that some people don't like semi-cooperative games, and I mean games that at some point you have to cooperate with each other, but then you will not cooperate anymore, and the other players will, try to backstab you. So if you don't like semi-cooperative games, then you shouldn't play this game. Especially, and this is my last point, this game is very mean, and if you don't like mean games, stay away from Halo Pact. This game is mean, and I mean, if you play as a beast, you are an mean, malicious, angry beast, and you do everything to kill the players, to trap the players, to trick other players, and to win. If you play as scoundrels, you cannot trust your co-players. You know that they will do everything to win, to steal the cargo from you if you have the real cargo. They will try to backstab you at some point. They will trick you into cooperation and, for example, to find keys or explosives to open a gate, and then they will backstab you, especially if there are some objective cards that require you to, for example, kill other player, or maybe the other player will get the curse with the Dark Pact option, and the other player will team with the beast and will backstab you. So this is a mean game, and if you don't like mean games, don't play Halo Pact. But to wrap it up, I have to say that this game is very interesting, very unique, very fun to play, at least the prototype. I'm really curious about the final version of this game. I'm really curious what they will create and what they will do in the final game. It's one of the most, I would say, original and unique games I played in a while. So I'm really interested in the final game. It's interesting, it looks great, it's fun to play as long as you like backstabbing and semi-cooperative games. If they make the solo mode good, I haven't seen it yet, but if they make it interesting, if the design will be interesting, and you will play as scoundrels that have to run away from the beast, it will be really fun to play, and it will remind me of games like Cthulhu Death May Die, or maybe Return to Dark Tower, where you play against the game, and the game throws a lot of bad things at you, and you try to survive and you try to win. It will be really fun to play, so I really hope that the solo mode in this game will be really fun and well designed. For me, it's thumbs up for this game. I really can't wait for the final game. I would love to play it again, and I would love to play other beasts, other scoundrels, and I would like to see other scenarios. Really fun, interesting and unique game, but also a very specific game. As I said, semi-cooperative, a lot of backstabbing. It may be easier to play as a beast than maybe if you don't play this game a lot, then the beast will have an easier win probably. If you play with a lot of groups, it may be difficult to introduce new players, because you as the seasoned player, you will have more chance to win with the new players. So, but if you think that what you have seen in this video is interesting, definitely check out the Kickstarter campaign for this page. I'm not sure when I will publish this video. If the campaign is not live, I will leave the link to the pre-launch page in the description of this video. So thanks for watching, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and visit me on different social media platforms. All the links will be also in the description. Thanks for watching, see you next time, bye.